got that nerd rage. Nerd rage. I got that nerd rage. Nerd rage.
Hello, nerdheaders. We are back. Episode 92. Women's Revolution. Is it? As always, I am Damien Dragon, joined by the lovely, the beautiful, the smart, the witty, the sarcastic.
The tired. Foxy.
Exactly. And as always, we are accompanied by...
Chris by Torres, etc., etc.
etc.
How about we just name you Spike, etc.?
Yeah.
I like that. Spike, etc.
Exactly. All right, well, I'm setting this up. Why don't you give us the intros? I'm trying to get this thing rolling.
All right, well, tonight's main topic of the evening, as said in the title, is Women's Revolution in Pop Culture, or is it? Now, this has been a topic that we've steered away from quite some time because we don't want to get controversial. Mm-hmm. But based on a comment that was said live a few weeks ago towards myself, and then in seeing a commercial for another toy line the other night on Cartoon Network, we all decided to basically say, fuck being politically correct. We are going to say what we have to say on this subject, and people can either agree to disagree or agree in general. Mm. Because, you know, for the most part, yes, we are fun, we have a great time, we don't take ourselves too seriously, we don't expect you guys to take ourselves too seriously, and that's what makes the show so great. But every now and again, there is something that we are so enraged about, and that we know fellow listeners also have the same viewpoints on, and you know what, who be it from us to not say something about it. So that's what this entire episode is going to encompass. It is a good discussion, basically, in how, you know, women are finally getting their due in movies and video games and comic books, etc. Everything in the world of pop culture, but in taking those 2 steps forward in the pop culture world, it seems as though we are still taking 2 steps back when it comes to society looking at those women in pop culture.
Yeah, seriously.
So, yes, it's going to be a very, very heavy topic. Of course, there's going to be a couple dick jokes thrown in just to break the monotony of everything, because that's just how we roll.
Now, before we, you know, we'll say this now, and we'll say it again, of course, when we're getting ready to. It's a discussion.
Yes.
Everybody can agree, everybody can disagree. There will be no,
There's going to be no misogynistic bullshit, and there's not going to be no feminazi over man-hating blah, blah, blah stuff going on with this. And you know what? If I do see any of that stuff written comment-wise while we are going live, I'm going to shame you real quick on Facebook and on Spreaker, which also, by the way, not only goes to Spreaker, but also goes to iTunes and SoundCloud and iHeartRadio. So you might want to think twice about something bad you want to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying.
Again, it's going to be a discussion. It's going to be it's a discussion. It's going to be heavy, but it's like in the same right. It's like it doesn't have to get aggressive.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes, John. I am wearing makeup. I am just very, very tired.
Yeah. It's been a day. It's been a week. You've been remodeling the bathroom Victorian style. I mean, the kitchen Victorian style, like all week.
I've been painting the house. I've been redecorating the house, and this is the face of what it looks like when you do not get the entire 8 hours of sleep to sleep off your Tylenol PM.
So this is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be very fun.
Anyway, I don't think I can get this thing going. All
right.
We have to experiment. What is it?
That's fine. In the meantime,
we
got to get into some nerd news. Let's make this happy again.
Going into the nerd news of the week. Okay, by this time, obviously, you guys know the spiel. Like, back it all the way up to the day after we were on, go through the news and everything like that, and we shoot the shit in between as we're going through and everything like that. All right, starting with Saturday news. Hasbro has confirmed after 31 years there will in fact be another Transformers animated film. But with the good news, there is a spot of bad that people are going to have to accept with it.
Okay.
The bad news is it will be set within the continuity of Michael Bay's live-action films, which has not made people very happy, which is obviously was very apparent by it being a box office bomb on the last night that just came out. So, yeah. So that's that. You're just going to have to get excited, but take it for what it's worth if you're really that amped into it.
How much explosion can he do in an animated film?
Well, the thing is, he's not
More,
the one doing it.
actually.
The thing is, it's
not real.
They didn't say he's doing it. They just said it's within the continuity he's created. So, yeah. And it's Crazy Cat time. Yay! All right. In Sunday news, one that Miss Foxy I know was kind of hyped about. And everything like that. I got some minor details. New Jersey's infamously famous and haunted Clinton Row will be the backdrop for a new horror film.
Yes.
The details on it, really quick, involves a group of teenagers, who hear all these stories and everything like that. Decide to go investigate it and everything. And it also stars Ice-T, who's recently attached. He basically plays a club owner, telling him, some of the stuff he's heard and everything like that. But he's also forewarning him, like, guys, don't fuck around. Don't go there.
Dude, it's all true.
And they go there anyway.
Of
course, they wind up getting stranded, and they run into, like, a cult and a whole bunch of other stuff and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you unfamiliar with Clinton Road is damn near confirmed as haunted. It's about a 10-mile stretch of road of nothing.
Yes.
There's
not nothing.
Well, then here's the thing. There's been speculation on the truth of people's claims to sightings of monsters, sightings of the paranormal, a ghost vehicle that comes towards you from the other direction, and things like that.
It tries to chase you off the road.
Exactly. Miss Foxy has more details about this because she's the New Jersey resident per se. So why don't you give everybody more of a backdrop on the
Clinton Road.
Clinton Road.
Clinton Road has so much folklore to it. Like, there are several different folklore stories that you could find when it comes to Clinton Road, one of which is like a small bridge that you come upon that if you get out of the car and you like throw quarter below into the river below it, you see a little boy that drowns there. And there's another one where if you go down with your high beams on, I believe, or your high beams off, I'm not too sure, that there is a truck that comes up from behind you and tries to ram you off the road. There's another one where there's a ghost car that comes out in front of you for a head-on collision. There have been reports where people have been chased by locals that are up there. Now, that's been confirmed. People have been chased off of the road by some of the locals that live on that road. Within the woods, just off of Clinton Road, is an abandoned asylum that many people would get lost trying to find. And this is the funniest part about Clinton Road, is that I've been there. I've been there once at night where weird shit did go down. Like, where we just decided to randomly stop for a pee break. And we look at the road and, oh, look, right where we just happened to stop, there's, like, blood red painting that says you will die here, like, of all the fucking things. But not only that, but it seems like such a long stretch of road at night. It like goes on forever and ever and ever. I've also driven down there during the day, and it is the quickest fucking ride you will ever take. Like, there's like, it sounds really stupid to say, and I don't know how many people would actually believe me, but it seems like at night there's like a time lapse, like time just lengthens while you're there. I've never been chased off the road, luckily. No locals have ever come out and chased us down. We didn't see any of the trucks that follow. There was no gravitational pull, none of that nature. Again, the weirdest thing was that of all the places that we randomly decided to stop at, there was writing alongside the road. Meanwhile, that same writing that was on the road that night, I did not see during the day when I had went the next day. So that was fucking creepy. But I mean, Jersey, pick up Weird New Jersey. Like, there's a actual book that has Weird of the States. But Weird New Jersey is, of course, what started it. If you ever want to hear about any of the local folklore in New Jersey, pick it the fuck up. There's so much stuff about Clinton Road that you can read about, and it's just... I don't want to... I mean, then again, this is me, so some of you guys know me. I'm into all that shit. It's real. The shit that goes down there is real. Any kind of Weird New Jersey thing that I have embarked upon in my quote-unquote ghost adventurers type days before I had kids, and now I'm scared the piss out of it. A lot of it's true. I can't, I mean, aside from the whole Jersey Devil thing that I can't seem to find, everything is pretty true. So, I mean, yeah. You know it's huge if they're making a fucking movie out of it.
Yeah, seriously.
That's all I have to say. You know it's huge if they're making a movie out of it.
I'm not quite familiar with that. I know Annie's Road, but not...
Everybody knows Annie's Road in
Yeah.
Totowa. You can't go down it anymore, though. Because the
No?
way you used to go down to Annie's Road, you would have to go through Totowa's Holiday Inn, right off of Route 46.
Right, yeah, I remember.
Go
Yeah,
all the way down that steep hill to truly get the real experience. But that's been closed off. So you can't go down that way to get to Annie's Road. My New Jersey people know what I'm talking about. Annie's Road, Clinton Road, Devil's Tower, Devil's Gate, Hell's Gate.
Just everything.
Jersey Devil. Yeah, we got a lot of creepy things up here in Jersey. Pretty
Shit
cool.
be creeping.
Yeah. Nothing as cool as Centralia, Pennsylvania, though.
Oh my god.
That's cool. I want to go there so bad. But if I'm correct, I think they banned.
Yeah, you're
they've
completely banned now.
that
Yeah,
now.
it's like completely illegal.
Nobody can go there for anything
You
whatsoever.
will be arrested on site.
You can't go there and hike. You can't go there and take photos. You can't go into Centralia anymore.
Yeah, you will be arrested on site.
That's recent, too.
Yeah, it's like
very
like
recent.
the last year.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
like
they
some
pretty
point
much
too.
made it completely off limits.
I know.
So yeah. Well, moving forward with Sunday news.
Yes.
Game of Thrones. Oh my God, Game of Thrones! That fucking episode. Okay, I know everybody here doesn't watch Game of Thrones and everything like that. And usually we don't bring up the episodes. Minor spoiler alerts and everything like that. It's more so because apparently news had came out about the production and creation of the finale of the episode, which was the loot train scene and everything like that. Where again, spoilers. And if you watch the show and you haven't watched it yet, shame the fuck on you. Okay, by this point, basically because Daenerys attacks the Lannisters and everything like that. Now, here's the thing. Apparently, it set a couple of records. Well, it set a major record and everything like that.
Yes.
A couple little fun facts about it that I got from listening to a podcast that I like addicted to now called Game of Microphones, where they go, they pick their top 3 favorite things about the episode. They discuss it and everything like that. And then during the midweek, they do the similarities between the books and the episodes and everything like that. It's very in-depth. It's very good.
Yeah.
They're very entertaining. They do have a Facebook and a Twitter. Again, it's Game of Microphones. I highly recommend them. They're based out of California, and they're amazing. But the reason I'm bringing the scene up is there was a lot of details that came up because it was, every week now they do the details in terms of like what they did to create certain scenes, and especially that that involved a lot of Drogon's like most screen time and everything like that. And they really, there was a lot to pull this scene off. But the one record that they set was it was the most stuntmen ever lit a flame in a single scene slash shot, which ranged it on over 20 stunt people at once being on flame. And it was like, I saw it was like basically for like a 12 to 15 second count they were on fire and everything like that. The reason why they also did this is all the flames you see within the scene are in fact 100% real. They did not want the flames to look phony or anything like that, so all the fire is completely real, even down to Drogon's flames. Drogon's supposed to pretty much be the size, from tip to tip, the size of a massive 747. You're just so immature giggling already. You couldn't help it. You couldn't help giggle, could you?
Just a tip.
You couldn't help it.
I couldn't.
Anyway, so he's about to, from wingspan tip to tip, he is the length of a 747. They didn't want the fire to look fake coming from him as well, so what they did was they created a contraption that was about the size of his head, and it was an actual flamethrower shooting fire onto the ground and everything like that. So at all times while they were filming this thing, they were in complete fucking danger while doing this.
I was like, this is why stuntmen need like their own awards category.
Yeah,
Stuntmen do not get the credit they fucking deserve.
I think it was Tom Alvarez, aka Dirty Don Montoya, for you wrestling fans, because we always go back and forth all week long and with the episode. I think he was the one that mentioned it, or someone mentioned it. He says, after all of that, and yet there's still no Oscar category for stunt coordinators or stunt people or anything.
Stuntmen do not get the credit they fucking
They really
deserve.
don't.
Like,
I mean, there was the woman from that did Resident